Charlotte's interview could change everything, but she accidentally exposed an embarrassing moment in front of a stranger, not realizing that he was actually her boss. If this love story touches your heart, please help us reach 1,000 subscriptions. Before we begin, let us know in the comments where you're watching us from, and please like this video to support the channel. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the story. Charlotte Miller was standing in front of the mirror, adjusting a stubborn lock of hair. The clock read 8:17 a.m., and her interview was at 9 a.m. She told herself, "Come on, Char. Today is the day everything changes." Charlotte shoved her resume into her briefcase and hurried out the door. As she approached the towering Barrett building, Charlotte felt a rush of nerves. Getting this position would change everything for her. She stopped in front of a shiny black Bentley parked near the entrance. Its gleaming surface created a perfect mirror, and she seized the opportunity to check her appearance one last time. Her hair was in place, her lipstick flawless, teeth. "Oh no," Charlotte exhaled, leaning closer to the car window's reflection. A piece of lettuce was stuck between her front teeth. She quickly glanced around, then leaned in closer, contorting her face as she tried to remove the pesky green bit with her fingernail. Just as she triumphantly got rid of the lettuce, the car window slowly rolled down, revealing a man in a perfectly tailored suit, watching her with amusement. Charlotte was stunned, a wave of embarrassment overwhelming her. "I hope my car window has provided adequate dental assistance," the man said in a deep voice, tinged with humor. Charlotte's face turned bright red. I'm sorry. I didn't know someone was inside." "Clearly, however, I must say your determination is quite impressive. You know, people often say paying attention to details is a big plus in this line of work." "Is that what they say?" "Absolutely. And I just demonstrated excellent problem-solving skills." A brief, sincere smile crossed the man's face. "Fresh thinking. I like that." Before Charlotte could respond, the man's phone rang. He gave her a slight nod and rolled the window up as he answered the call. Charlotte hurried away, her heart pounding. Great first impression with a random stranger, she thought. At least she'd never see him again. The lobby of Barrett Enterprises was modern and sleek. Charlotte approached the reception desk, gave her name, and was directed to the 38th floor for her interview. The elevator doors opened to reveal another beautifully designed space. A receptionist led her to the waiting area outside a large corner office. "Mr. Barrett will see you shortly," the woman said with practiced professionalism. Charlotte nodded, trying to steady her breathing. 10 minutes later, the office door opened. "Ms. Miller, please come in." Charlotte stood up, adjusted her dress, and confidently walked into the office. And right there, her eyes locked onto the man she had just encountered by the car. They both recognized each other. Samuel Barrett's expression shifted almost imperceptibly, a slight widening of his eyes, a twitch at the corner of his mouth. But his professional demeanor remained intact. "Please have a seat," he said, gesturing to the chair across from him. Charlotte did her best to stay calm as she sat down, even though inside she was silently berating herself. The man she had just made funny faces in front of was Samuel Barrett, her potential boss, the CEO of Barrett Enterprises. "So, Ms. Miller, tell me why Barrett Enterprises should consider you for our marketing analyst position." Charlotte took a deep breath and began her prepared answer, emphasizing her academic achievements and the marketing research she had conducted during her MBA program. As she spoke, she forced herself to maintain eye contact, refusing to let the previous embarrassment diminish this opportunity. Samuel listened attentively, then began a series of increasingly difficult questions. "Your resume mentions that you have experience with predictive analytics, but you don't have official work history in that field. How do you explain that discrepancy?" "That's not a discrepancy, Mr. Barrett," Charlotte replied, steadying her voice. "My master's thesis focused on implementing predictive analytics in emerging markets. I developed a predictive model that accurately forecasted consumer behavior for 3 different product categories. The paper was published in the Journal of Marketing Research last year." "And how would you apply those same principles to our upcoming product lines?" "Before I answer that, I should clarify that I have signed NDAs with previous academic partners, that prevent me from sharing proprietary methods. But in general, I would start by analyzing your current market position relative to competitors, then develop a model. She continued to explain her process, incorporating what she knew about Barrett Enterprises' recent market challenges. As she spoke, she could see Samuel's expression shift from skepticism to genuine interest. After 45 minutes of intense questioning, Samuel closed her resume. "Well, Ms. Miller, you've certainly done your homework. I believe in thorough preparation, Mr. Barrett." Clearly. He studied her for a moment. "Although preparation only takes you so far, sometimes unexpected situations arise that require adaptability." Charlotte maintained a professional smile, although she could feel her cheeks warming. "Like this morning, for example," Samuel continued, his gaze flashing with something between amusement and challenge. "Not everyone would handle that with such quick thinking. Excellent problem-solving skills, I believe you called it." Charlotte's embarrassment was overwhelmed by a surge of indignation. Did he really just bring this up in a professional interview? "Yes, well," she replied calmly, "I stand by that assessment. Life gives us little challenges every day. How we handle them says a lot about how we'll handle the big ones. Our HR department will be in touch with you this week. Thank you for your time, Ms. Miller." As Charlotte left the building, she wasn't sure whether to feel hopeful or embarrassed. Either way, it was an interview she would never forget. 3 days later, Charlotte received a call offering her the position. A week after that, she started working at Barrett Enterprises. From her very first day, it was clear that Samuel Barrett was testing her. He assigned her to analyze a failing product line and develop a turnaround strategy in half the usual time allocated. When she delivered a comprehensive plan 3 hours ahead of schedule, he immediately tasked her with preparing a presentation for major investors the following morning. "Did everything meet your expectations, Mr. Barrett?" Charlotte asked after successfully presenting to enthusiastic applause from the investors. "It's acceptable," he replied. "But don't get too cocky, Ms. Miller. We're just getting started." In the weeks that followed, Charlotte faced one challenge after another. Samuel gave her impossible deadlines, demanding clients, and complex projects that had stumped even his most seasoned employees. Yet somehow, she faced every challenge head-on, impressing not only her colleagues, but even Samuel, though in a begrudging way. One Monday morning, Charlotte rounded a corner while reading a report and collided directly with Samuel, causing her coffee to splash right onto his crisp white shirt. "Mr. Barrett, I'm so sorry." Charlotte gasped, horrified, as the brown stain spread across the expensive fabric. "Do you have a habit of attacking your superiors, Ms. Miller?" "Only those who give impossible deadlines." "Well done, Ms. Miller. I think I deserved that." Another day, Samuel accidentally overheard Charlotte venting to a colleague in the break room. "That man is unbelievable," she was saying, unaware that Samuel had entered. "Does he think I'm a machine? 3 big projects in 2 weeks with no additional resources. Either he's trying to make it difficult for me or—" She stopped when she noticed the wide-eyed look from her colleague, directed over her shoulder. Charlotte slowly turned around to see Samuel standing there, holding a cup of coffee, his brow raised. "Or what, Ms. Miller?" he asked softly. "I'm curious about your alternate hypothesis." Charlotte straightened her back. "Or he sees potential that even I didn't know I had." Samuel's lips twitched slightly. "Indeed. It's quite arrogant for me to expect excellence." He moved to the coffee machine. "Davies' report. My office. 1 hour." As he left, Charlotte exhaled a breath she hadn't realized she'd been holding. "How did you do that?" her colleague whispered in amazement. "Do what?" "Talk to him like that and still keep your job?" Charlotte shrugged, though her heart was racing. "I just told the truth." The most awkward encounter occurred when they found themselves in the same elevator late one evening. A sudden malfunction caused the elevator to stop. Samuel pressed the emergency button. "Maintenance says it will take about 30 minutes." Charlotte nodded, suddenly very aware of how small the elevator felt. They stood in silence for a few minutes before Samuel spoke up. "You've done excellent work, Charlotte." "Thank you." "Samuel." Something shifted in the atmosphere between them. "Why did you apply to Barrett Enterprises?" he asked, his voice softer than she had ever heard it. Because I wanted to work somewhere that would challenge me, a place where I could make a real difference. Most people apply here for the reputation or the salary. I'm not most people. True, you're not. The moment was broken when the elevator suddenly jolted and started moving again. As the doors opened, everything returned to the usual professionalism between them. Since then, both Charlotte and Samuel had felt a subtle shift inside, a feeling they couldn't explain. Every time their eyes accidentally met, a vague connection arose. They both maintained their professional demeanor, but the awkward exchanges made them feel closer, even though they couldn't admit it. 2 months later, an unexpected issue arose. Confidential information about Barrett Enterprises' upcoming product launch was leaked to their main competitor, Nextech Industries. Charlotte ran into Dale Wilson, the vice president of Nextech, at a coffee shop. She deliberately sat at a table next to his and overheard him mentioning Barrett's new product line. The next morning, Charlotte was called into Samuel's office. His face was stone cold as she walked in. "Mr. Barrett, I need to tell you something," she started. "Enough," Samuel interrupted coldly. "The security footage shows you met Dale Wilson yesterday. We've also traced the leaked information to files accessed using your login." "That's impossible." Samuel slid a photo across the desk, a misleading angle that made it look like she and Wilson were talking. "Your access card was used to download files at 8:42 p.m. last Thursday. The information was sent to Nextech the following morning. I was at my cousin's engagement dinner on Thursday night. My access card was in my desk drawer. Anyone could have taken it," Charlotte protested. "I trusted you, Charlotte. I defended you when others questioned your rapid promotion. And this is how you repay that trust?" Samuel said, his expression unchanged. "Samuel, please listen to me. You're fired, effective immediately. Security will escort you to collect your belongings. You're making a terrible mistake." Charlotte stood up, her hands trembling with anger and hurt. "At least you should have the decency to hear your employee's defense before accusing them." She placed an envelope on his desk. "This is what I'm trying to show you. Listen to the recording, check the metadata to verify the time and location it was captured. And when you realize how wrong you were, don't bother apologizing. Some mistakes can't be erased with words." With that, Charlotte walked out, holding back tears until she was in the elevator. Samuel sat alone in his office, staring at the envelope Charlotte had left behind. He had opened it, listened to the recording, and verified its authenticity. The evidence was irrefutable. Wilson and his associate had staged the entire affair, including framing Charlotte by stealing her access card. An investigation revealed that the security footage had been selectively edited to make it appear as if Charlotte was meeting with Wilson, rather than simply observing him. His IT team discovered that the leaked files had been accessed via a sophisticated remote login that had taken control of Charlotte's credentials. Charlotte had told the truth, and he hadn't even given her a chance to explain. 20 minutes later, Samuel stood outside Charlotte's apartment. He rang the doorbell repeatedly, but no one answered. As he turned to leave, a woman with a grocery bag approached. "If you're looking for Charlotte, she's at the Paper Lantern. She's been going there every night since she lost her job." Samuel thanked her and quickly found the address. The Paper Lantern turned out to be a small, cozy cafe just a few blocks away. Through the window, he saw Charlotte sitting alone at a corner table, a laptop open in front of her. As he stepped inside, she looked up. Her expression immediately hardened. "Number whatever it is, I don't want to hear it." "Charlotte, please, give me 5 minutes." She looked at him coldly before gesturing to the chair across from her. 5 minutes. "I've received your evidence, you were right. Wilson and his team staged the entire thing to frame you." "I know, but that's not why you're here, is it? You could have just sent an email for that." "No, it's not that. I'm here because I owe you an apology. I should have listened to you. I should have trusted you." "Then why didn't you trust me?" The question was simple but carried so much hurt. "Because I've been betrayed before, by people I trusted. I've spent months trying to keep a professional distance, challenging you, testing you partly because the company needs your talent, but also because I needed to keep my distance. I couldn't allow myself to admit what was happening between us." "And exactly what is happening between us, Samuel?" I'm in love with you, against every rule I've set for myself. And when I thought you had betrayed the company, betrayed me, I was actually heartbroken. Samuel looked up, hope sparking in his eyes. You need to promise me something. Anything, he said earnestly. Promise that you'll always listen to me and trust me. Promise that you'll give me a chance to explain. Samuel reached across the table, hesitantly taking her hand. When she didn't pull away, he squeezed it gently. I will. Charlotte's fingers intertwined with his. Then yes, Samuel Barrett. You can take me to dinner. 6 months later, Charlotte stood outside the Barrett Enterprises building, waiting. The door of a familiar black Bentley opened, and Samuel stepped out, smiling when he saw her. Ready for the joint presentation? He asked, extending his arm. Charlotte took his hand as they walked out, her engagement ring sparkling in the sunlight. Always ready, Mr. Barrett. She smiled. Though I should check my teeth first. Any spinach in there? Perfect. Though my car window is always ready to assist you. Charlotte stood on her tiptoes to kiss him. Hand in hand, they walked into the building, a relationship forged through trials, broken by mistrust, and ultimately restored by the courage to admit mistakes and the strength to forgive them. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring tales of love, resilience, and second chances. See you in the next story.